before we get this show off and running, I need your help. Let's get to 300 likes. Been challenged by Chat Sports to get to 300 likes since this offseason. Kind of slow right now before we get to the NFL draft, and it'll help push the video out there. Let's get to 300 likes. We're going to get into Lions rumors and news today, some here to talk about. Over the weekend, articles came up about Taylor Decker potential trade. We're going to talk about that rumor. Is it legit? Do I think it's BS? We're also going to get into Jake Bates. He continues to do well at UFL here with Michigan Panthers, making another hit. And we're going to be talking about a mock draft done by All Lions Fan Nation and give the grade. First off, though, we're definitely getting to the Taylor Decker story here. And, folks, over the weekend, a rumor came out on multiple pages that the Detroit Lions could look to trade Taylor Decker, the Lions staple left tackle. And why would this be the case? Because right now, his money he's getting this year is pretty high. It's a $19.1 million cap hit, so maybe the Detroit Lions would like to unload that cap space for Taylor Decker. This is what the article says. It says, there's more buzz around Detroit replacing Taylor Decker's huge $19.1 million cap hit than anticipated, considering his talent. If Detroit wants to offload Decker this summer, Kingsley Suamataia has been considered here. Suamataia is much like Decker as a prospect. He gets the job done more often than not and relies on great tools to win. This is done by the 33rd team. And the rumors going around more than just that article. So, would the Lions look to consider to trade Taylor Decker? First off, a couple years ago, Mike Valenti kind of started something where it says the Lions could trade Taylor Decker, move Penei Sewell over the left side. Didn't happen. Will the Lions do that again this year? It is really difficult for me to believe the Lions would trade Taylor Decker. First off, the Lions went to the NFC Championship game last year with a really good offensive line. Taylor Decker, he is the veteran there. He's the leader there. He gutted out, and he's a pretty good left tackle. So why would you want to screw that up this season heading to a chance to make a championship run? It's quite difficult for me to believe that that would occur. But maybe I'm wrong. Should the Lions trade Taylor Decker? Why for yes and for no? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Continue on here with this. I think it's quite difficult. I don't think it's something that the Lions are going to do. Because disrupting this offensive line after such a stellar year doesn't make a lot of sense when you have more things to look at, right? Guard, defense. But they could absolutely take a left tackle at 29. Doesn't necessarily mean they would trade Taylor Decker. But they can take the left tackle. He can be a guard this year and a backup tackle for both Penei Sewell. And then after this year, they can move on from Taylor Decker or at the trade deadline, something like that, and then move Penei to left, and then the guy who they draft to the right. That's hypothetical. I still don't believe the Lions are going to trade Taylor Decker. That is my personal belief. I haven't heard anything from individuals whom I speak to, but the article is real, and the buzz is on multiple. It's hard for me to believe it. But what I do think is real is saving money when you're getting sports and concerts or anything like that. And that's why you need to get Game Time, folks. Game Time is all about saving money. So you stop overpaying for sports. Make sure you're using Game Time with the killer deals, last-minute tickets, best prices guaranteed. You can stop stressing over tickets and start getting hyped for the fun that you're going to have. It is easy to find and buy tickets for every kind of event in your area, sporting events, concerts, comedy shows, or whatever. With their lowest price guaranteed, it's the Game Time guaranteed, which means you always get the best price if you find tickets in the same section or less. Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. You can get exclusive flash deals for tickets for football, baseball, basketball, concerts, and more. In the middle screenshot, by the way, I think it's a fantastic feature of the app. It shows you where your seat is, and if you move your phone left to right, you can see the area like a 3D live photo. So all you got to do is plug in Chat Sports, get $20 off your very first purchase. Again, go to the redeem code section, plug in Chat Sports, get $20 off. Terms due to apply. You got to create an account. You got to have an email to save that money. So The information is going to be in the description and comment section of this video. If you're buying Lions tickets this year, any tickets, make sure you're using Game Time. Download Game Time today. Last-minute tickets and lowest prices guaranteed. Let's go ahead and talk about a guy who is making waves, and he's not even in the NFL. That's kicker, Michigan Panthers, Jake Bates, as he continues to dominate in the kicking game at Ford Field. He's made a 64-yarder, a 53-yarder, and a 62-yard field goal. Amazing work at Ford Field. What do the Lions need help at? Getting a kicker. We've already heard it. Brad Holmes talked about. We need competition. So people are begging the Detroit Lions to sign this guy. He says, Jake Bates even talks about this. He says, funny. Everything that he hasn't made a field goal since high school. And I was like, well, that's a little incorrect. But I was just going to roll with it, Bates said. The truth is, I didn't make one in high school. He hasn't made a kick since high school, and he goes in UFL, and he's all balling. Jake Bates looking pretty good for a young kicker. The Lions should absolutely go ahead and sign this guy. As soon as their season is done, sign him to compete with Michael Badgley. You want to have to waste a draft pick then on a kicker? And you're looking pretty good at that position. So I say go get it done. So question for you. Should the Detroit Lions look to sign kicker Jake Bates? Hell yes, HY. HN for hell no. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Let's go ahead and talk about this mock draft that was done by Lions Nation Fan Nation. They did a mock draft, and here's the mock draft. With the first pick, 29th pick, they're going Kingsley Suamataia. Now, we were just talking about him from the Taylor Decker situation. This guy is a good left tackle, 6'5", 326 pounds, strong, and he made his presence known in BYU. He took 644 snaps at left tackle for the Cougars in 2023, earned a pass blocking grade of 86.1 from PFF. While he's already a pass protector, he does need to refine his skills in run blocking. So if the Lions were looking to get this guy, you can draft him at 29. Again, put him at a guard this year and train him at tackle to be the backup. And then next year, you can move Panay to the left side. You can move him to the right side. You can let Taylor Decker walk. And you got younger at that position. Do I think the Lions will do this? It's possible, actually, that they could take a tackle at 29. I know a lot of people would be upset, but we do got to keep this offensive line, the strength of this football team. And if he is the best player, I have no problem going that route. Keep this offensive line consistently to be strong. Next player they picked here, they go wide receiver Troy Franklin out of Oregon. I can already see people flip out. Two offensive players. My God, that would make people mad. But Franklin is a 6'2", 176-pound wide receiver. He would instantly fill the void that was done by Josh Reynolds. He's really good with 1,383 receiving yards, 14 touchdowns. He had 8 100-yard games, and he was named to All Pac-12 first team. And I think he would be an absolute good wide receiver for the Detroit Lions, not considering that we need to get defense, but if they were to just go BPA, again, you're filling that void for the Josh Reynolds spot. And I'm not going to be mad if they're to take a wide receiver because we actually do need a wide receiver now since he is not there. So would it be crazy them go two offensive players back-to-back? Yeah. Is it possible? Yeah. Would I be upset if they took a wide receiver? No, I wouldn't be because we do need it still. We'd like to get defense. In round 3, pick 73, they take Cameron Kitchens, safety from Miami. And look, we lost C.J. Gardner-Johnson. As you know, Will Harris, he's not coming back. This guy can play. He's 5'11", 203 pounds. He's a ball hawk. He hits hard. He had 11 interceptions in 2022 through 2023, 6 pass defense. You'd be a good safety. The Lions do need safety, and so I have no problem going safety at all because we actually do need one. I still think we need a corner more, but I'm not going to be upset taking a safety, just waiting for that corner. Let's continue on with this mock draft here. In the 5th round, they go edge Mohamed Kamara from Colorado State. Solid edge here, 6'1", 248 pounds. He's light. He's productive. Could he do well in going in the pass? He could. I think he could actually play probably a little bit of linebacker, push him out there as well. And the Lions would have a developmental edge. I have no problem. When you're talking about 5th, 6th, 7th round, I don't care really who they take. It's more of developmental and just going BPA. So if they're to go to this route, you're not going to hear me argue. We definitely need more pass rush. We need to have more bodies on that line going after the quarterback. So I don't have a problem with that at all. Pick 6, they're going Nahima Pritchett, cornerback out of Auburn. We need a cornerback. And this guy's 6 foot, 190 pounds, 115 total tackles, including 5.5 for loss, 29 pass defense, 3 interceptions, and a sack in 51 career games for the Tigers. It's not bad. Developmental player here. He earned a 74.5 coverage grade from PFF. Not bad. Obviously, it's a developmental player. He could play special teams immediately, though. That's something that's good. And look, he would be a good depth piece, I think, for the Lions cornerback room. Good. We don't have Jerry Jacobs anymore. Will Harris left as well. Yeah, we need help. Continue on in the 6th round by going J.D. Bertrand, Notre Dame. He's not going to be a high-end contributor right away. This could be more of a special teams. He is definitely a linebacker, 6'1", 235 pounds. He could be throwing at edge sometimes as well. But honestly, he may not even, if the Lions were to go to this route, he would take over the Anthony Pittman role because we did lose a linebacker there. Don't have a problem just going developmental. Do I think they go linebacker? It's possible, but it'd be late, just like here. Last pick in the draft, 7th round, 249. They take Kamal Hayden, the cornerback out of Tennessee. Another guy that they can develop. Don't really want to spend a whole lot of time in this guy. He did earn an 85.7 overall grade in PFF, 90.4 in coverage grade. So he did pretty good for Tennessee. Developmental, not going to argue with this at all. But I do got a question for you really quick. Grade this mock draft. A, B, C, D, or F. Let me know in the comments below. What is your grade? I'm going to give this one a B-. I would like to go edge a little bit earlier. I'd like to go cornerback a little bit earlier. I don't really have a problem with getting a tackle, especially if that's just how the draft falls. You go BPA, but I'll go with a B-. Let me know in the comments below. Any questions you got, throw it in the comment section. Maybe I'll pick it up for the Saturday's video. With that said, folks, adios.